everybody gets very panicky. Dishes start on the shelves, and you see it. You see it in movies if you have never been through it. John said, read it again, Seth.
And the heaven departed as a scroll.
Come on.
When it is rolled together.
Like that. Read on.
And every mountain.
No, some of them.
And every mountain. And island. Were moved out of their places.
That means this event, and by the way, this ain't talking about one bomb. Remember, the warheads that they launch have, in one missile, have up to 8 nuclear warheads. So when this strikes, and Russia launches and U.S. launches, there's going to be multiple detonation points all over the world. The whole earth is going to shake, man. Read it again, Seth.
And the heaven departed as a scroll.
Come on.
When it's rolled together.
Right, like a scroll. Come on.
And every mountain.
Every mountain. Read on.
And island.
Come on.
Were moved.
Move, boom, everywhere. Okay, read.
Were moved out of their places.
Come on.
And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens.
What does that mean? That means they're seeking cover. That's why Esau builds these underground cities. Pull up underground cities if you can. These are bunkers. And Esau got a term for it. When you go up the nuclear chart to number 3, 2, and 1, they're also called bunker busters. So it's prophetic what John saw. Okay, they have weapons that God, give me that in Isaiah 56 about the waster. God knew what he wanted. So he, from the very beginning, knew about Oppenheimer and the other scientists who would live later that would do what? Create weapons that would be so fierce that Esau couldn't even make something to shoot it out the sky. That's why we showed you the Mach levels. They're so fast, okay, they cannot be intercepted. Okay? You got that?
Yes, sir. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 54 and verse 16.
Is that 54?
54. Behold, I create the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
Cap Zepp was strong and wrong, because I said 56. We're getting ready to throw that guy under the bus. It's going to be a very tall bus, because he's a very portly gentleman. A bus got to be higher, like a big dump truck, because you can't drive like a Lincoln Continental over him. Anyways, read it again.
Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
So, and getting back to being serious, right? He said he created a smith, a blacksmith makes swords. He makes other weaponry back during the time when they used to just have to get right up on you to kill you. Read on.
And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
An instrument for his work. Read on.
And I have created...
Wait, remember, John and Isaiah got his vision. So his work is showed through his vision. Read.
And I have created the waster to destroy.
Now, with the image that we showed you from one of the warheads from the Trident II, that is a waster. Okay, finish up Trident II, please. Trident II. Everything is time-stamped. It should be very easy. Wait, why do you keep showing us?
This is from just one Trident II missile. The United States operates 14 Ohio-class nuclear submarines, each capable of carrying up to 20 Trident II missiles.
So I'm going to stop right there. And by the way, it gets worse and worse and worse. If one submarine can travel under the ocean, below radar, pop up and surface, and one of the subs, that is a nuclear submarine, carries up to 20 Trident II intercontinental ballistic missiles. And out of the one of the 20 missiles, there can be up to 8 nuclear warheads. And one of the warheads can kill almost 3 million people and injure 6 million more. All it's going to take is the first button that gets launched. The rest is a wrap. Because if you launch one, they're launching one back. Matter of fact, I saw an article that if North Korea were to launch one missile, the United States retaliatory measures would be to launch, I think it's like 78 or 82 in response. This is why it's the end of the world, and we living in those times. Because remember, before the bombs or before bombs burst and they're about to go off, we have to use this time to remember that, hey, man, we the Israelites, we got called, and we have to re-examine, and we have to revise, meaning we got to change. We got to fix where we're all sick. We're living in a time where you don't have time for games anymore. We don't have times for games anymore. Finish the Trident 2, please.
Fatalities and 4.6 million injuries. And remember, this is from just one Trident II missile. The United States operates 14 Ohio-class nuclear submarines, each capable of carrying up to 20 Trident II missiles. That adds up to 280 Trident II missiles lurking in the depths of the oceans. With each missile carrying up to 8 warheads at 475 kilotons apiece, we're looking at a total of 2,240 nuclear warheads. If you calculate the combined explosive power, it amounts to an astonishing 1,064 megatons of TNT. That's the equivalent of over 70,000 Hiroshima bombs worth of destructive energy concealed beneath the sea. This immense force
real
is
quick,
constantly...
We're going to stop there. So that's just one variant of nuclear missiles just from the United States and the U.S. Navy submarines alone. That doesn't count the Air Force, the Army, and the other branches, and that's just from the U.S. And Russia actually has more nuclear weapons than the United States. That should give us some perspective. Now when we go into the prophets and show you this in the Bible, it should strike fear in us, because God is the author and creator of the minds of Esau to create these in their labs. God wanted this. Now, get me the one that says about a horrible star. Cap, where was that at? 2nd Ezra 15 verse 40. So, this is and it should be an eye opener, all right? An eye opener. Read that, please.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 40.
Do me a favor. Start at verse 3. I want to hear that.
2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee.
So the Lord said, fear not the imaginations against thee. Because even though he authorized it, the imagination of Esau was in Isaiah 54. He created much powerful weaponry to use in these days. Read on.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
Right. No matter what happens, we as Israelites should not allow this to trouble us. As a matter of fact, when we hear these things, like on the captain's chat, we celebrate because we know that we're one step closer to us in our second Exodus. Read.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Right, because who speaks against us? All the nations speak against you. They stole your land. They stole your nationality. They steal your style. They exploit our sisters. We are the last hire. All the curses of Deuteronomy 28. Now, jump to where it's horrible.
Verse 40. The great and mighty cloud shall be lifted up.
The great and mighty cloud shall be lifted up. Wait a minute, but I thought clouds was in the sky. This cloud will be lifted up. Read on.
Full of wrath.
Full of what?
Full of wrath.
So a regular cloud, not too much wrath. It's in the sky. It's dust particles, and you get rain from it. Not passive. Read it again.
The great and mighty cloud shall be
great and mighty cloud, read,
shall be lifted up.
This one ain't coming down, it's lifting up. Read on.
Full of wrath.
Full of what?
Full of wrath.
Whose wrath? Read.
And the star, that they may make all the earth afraid.
Wait a minute, what star would make the whole earth afraid? Well, we just showed you one Trident missile from one branch of one of the armies of the earth in the United States, and one of those warheads can kill 3 million people. If you added up all of the Trident II missiles, it is 70,000 times the destructive power as Hiroshima and Nagasaki. 70,000. That's one style of missile. And the other ones is going to make you depressed. Read on.
And the star, that they may make all the earth afraid.
Make all the earth afraid. Isaiah said the same thing. Every mountain and island shall move. Read.
And them that dwell therein.
And them that dwell therein. John talked about they would go and seek in the clefts, in the caves. They would hide themselves. And you Negroes, us, you Hispanics, me no Negro, all you ain't allowed in there. You are not allowed in there. They say the ones at Home Depot, the tornado shelters, you dig a hole and you throw it in the hole. That's what Esau has. And he knows what's coming. And he think he's going to escape these bombs that God ordained. He got a whole little indoor fireplace. He think he gonna be chilling.
That's a setup, bro.
Look at that. That, and by the way, that is throughout the earth, and it's Esau that's doing that. All right.